Good morning. Good morning. Dan Caldwell here. Thank you so much for joining me today. As you can tell, I had a little bit of an alarm that went off there on my computer, and I apologize for that. But glad you're here. Welcome to Dan's Place and live here with Dan. Just giving it a second or two. Thank you for joining me. And if you find value in what I share today, well, hit that share button. Or if you'd like to leave a comment in the chat box, I'm going to leave that open as well, and I should be able to see that as we proceed through. Today, I'd like to talk about, and we're going to be looking at goal setting. Okay, so goals. So, having said that, this is one of those topics that we could talk about for days, but I'm not going to do that. Aren't you glad? A goal is defined as the object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result. There are two different sides to the goal, and one of those is goal setting, and then the other is goal achieving. Now, I'm not going to talk about both of those in depth today. We'll do that later, but today is about an overview of goals. Now, the truth of the matter is that we all have goals, don't we? Each and every one of us. Some of us believe we gave up on our goals a long time ago, and so now we don't have one. But we do. We do. Again, I say it, we all do. Every day we wake up with a goal. You know what that goal is? The goal is to live another day. Okay, I know that may be a stretch for some of you, but don't we all have goals to some extent, or at least at some level? And so the question is, why is it so important to have goals? Well, the most successful people on this planet don't wake up one day with an idea and a few minutes later, after they've dressed and had their morning coffee, become automatically successful. No way. They had a thought that became an idea that then they developed into a plan. Within that plan, there were goals, some big, some little, some attainable, some were way out there, and they seemed like out of reach when they began. Yet each day they worked at it, chipping away at it, experiencing triumphs, and even suffering failures along the way, but tweaking, reevaluating, reinventing, and working toward the goal. Today we're talking about goals. We have all had goals from the day that we were born. Now, I want to say that again. Everyone here has had a goal from the day we were born. See if any of this sounds familiar to you. Sit up, crawl, walk, talk, feed yourself, dress yourself, tie your shoes, express yourself, make friends, learn, communicate, develop relationship, learn a skill, get a job, get married, have a family, buy a car, buy a house, take a vacation. Many of these things are milestones that we can only achieve with a plan of action and an intentional goal. Goals are objectives that you intend to achieve. Going through life without goals is like getting in a car and driving aimlessly, expecting to arrive at your destination without a clue, if you please. What's the destination or even how to get there? If you had a road map or a GPS, you would have gotten there in reasonable amount of time, but because you just drove and drove, perhaps, well, maybe, you will eventually get there, but at what cost? How much time and energy did you waste because you didn't take a couple of minutes to punch in the destination in the GPS? Now, actually, GPS works in reverse. You put in the destination, and by design, you start with the end in mind. Otherwise, if you start from the starting point, it would take you more time and you would run into roadblocks, detours, construction, traffic delays, and even cul-de-sacs, which are dead ends. Moving through life without a roadblock, or without a roadmap, I should say, and expecting to reach certain milestones haphazardly is certainly one way to go. But if you want to get somewhere efficiently and quickly and with less energy and less time spent in the endeavor, then set goals and work towards them. And you'll find yourself exactly where you want to be. Now we use the acronym SMART. That's right, SMART goals. SMART. The S stands for specific. Make your goals specific. And when you make them specific, understand that it can't just be a nebulous thing. It has to be spot on where you're going, be very specific. M is for measurable. They have to be measurable. This is where we're going, and you stop and take a look at it frequently to see if you're measuring up and you're achieving and moving forward. The A is for achievable. If it's not achievable, you're probably not going to try. Is it something that we can achieve and something within our control and our power? The R stands for relevant. Is it relevant? Will it add to my life? Will it add to my business? Will it add to where I'm going? And then it must be, T stands for time. It must be limited in time and time sensitive. And so if you say, I'm going to do this sometime or someday is not today. Someday never arrives. Do you have a personal growth plan? Why not? If you'd like to develop your own personal growth plan, send me an email at Caldwell and Associates Caldwell Associates at gmail.com. And I'll be glad to serve you and be glad to assist you in doing it. In fact, let me just do this. Let me put up my email address on the bottom of the screen, and you can copy that down if you want, Caldwell and Associates at gmail.com. And I'll be glad to support you in developing your own personal growth plan. Goal setting is the easy part. It's the goal achieving that takes us to another level. Allow me the honor of serving you and send me an email. Do that right now. So, keeping in mind that we all have goals and we are all designed to be goal achievers. And so, a goal is the object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desire for results. Until the next time, this is Dan Caldwell saying God bless and keep those fires burning.